This is going to be a relatively quicker section of this course that focuses on the editing approach. The approach to editing is quite important, so I wanted to segment these points away from the rest of the course to call attention to them. The first consideration is to have a direction before starting your edit. This can mean many different things, so ultimately you should be striving to have a reason or purpose for editing your image. If you can have some sense of direction, then you can let that guide you to which editing processes you should engage with. This can be anything from I want my subjects to stand out more, I want to experiment with more cinematic color, or I want to edit a photo for social media. These directions, however small, will guide you in a certain direction and take away some of that overwhelm that you might feel looking at just a large set of tools. It's important to know that editing is not a linear process. In order to walk you through how to edit using these softwares, I did so in a linear, systematic way to make it easier to follow. The reality of the situation is that you might actually start with color correction instead of cropping. This is a matter of your own personal process that you develop. If there were a guiding principle, I would say let your direction guide you to a starting point. For instance, if you want to make your subject stand out more, then you might want to start with exposure or dynamic range processes. If you're editing your photo for social media use, then you might want to crop your photo to a square to begin with. Editing is essentially a process of problem solving. A good place to start is to identify a problem that needs to be fixed. Then, using this knowledge of the editing process, figure out which tool will fix this problem. The process of fixing that problem will likely create a new problem to fix or reveal another problem area of your image. This process continues until you're happy with the way that your image looks. Editing is largely intuitive and requires a certain level of taste. You need to know when to stop or dial back an edit. This comes with time and experience. You can develop your taste around editing by paying attention to the photography around you, especially the photography of renowned photographers. Instagram, Pinterest, and Flickr are all great, accessible digital resources. Keep in mind that editing is best used in moderation. Continually revisit your original photo to reset your eyes, so to speak, and this will really help you to see if you've started to go a little too far with your edit. In the next section of this course, we're going to discuss some of the editing tips and tricks that are more specific to editing photos on your iPhone.